Yes, people, welcome to the player ratings. Man United out of the FA Cup on penalties to Fulham. Let's fly through this because I ain't gonna lie, I'm fed up, I'm tired, and I want to go home. One of those. Andre Onana didn't make a mistake today, right, in terms of that led to a goal. That's the first thing I will say. And actually made some decent saves later on. Saves that he probably should make, but again, saves that you might expect him to mess up. But he made some decent saves. But his decision making in the games and how long he's taken on the goal kicks, and he came for a ball that he tried to catch and then he messed it up and then he dived on the ball. Like, he's just breeding uncertainty into the whole team. You can see it, you can feel it, you can hear it. All of those things. Now, I'm not saying he played a 0 today like the last game and all of that. I'm not going down that route. But it just further shows today that why he's an issue. His decision making of when to go long, when to play quick, when to slow it down, it's just not there. And I can see the other players, I don't know if you guys saw on TV, the other players are coming over to him, they're talking, they're saying, nah, do it like this, give it to me. Dallo was coming over to him, Bruno was pointing and that. They don't know what they're doing with him. They're not confident in him. And that is the biggest sign that that's not the right guy. Like, Man United are on the floor, I understand that. And I'm not saying that the reason why we lost today was because of Onana, because it wasn't in isolation, it wasn't. But I'm just talking about the wider context of what I see from him, of the stuff that's infecting the team in a negative way. And we're not going to be able to go on to better things with Onana in goal. We're just not. Rating, I'd give him a... The crowd were booing him, man. It was uncomfortable in there. I'd give him a 5. Because he made some saves that kept us in the game, but the decision making and that whole what he's doing, it's getting worse. It's getting worse, and it ain't gonna get no better. Let's go from right to left. Right wing back Mazraoui today. I think he did okay. He did what Mazraoui does, which is be competent on the ball. Oh wait, hold on a minute. Wait, the first goal was his fault. Oh my God, he didn't see Bassi at the back post. That goes on him. So that's not good. He switched off. Apart from that, he was the normal Mazraoui, which is he'll nick in, he'll get the ball, his touch will be good, he'll make basic passes, but in terms of going forward and creating, you're not going to get that. So we saw normal Mazraoui, which is like a 6. But the goal, Robinson gets the first contact on the ball, and he's completely sleeping with Bassi at the back post and throws himself forward. And it's 1-0 just before half-time. Unforgivable, really, really bad defending from him. But then went on to be a bit of a warrior and put it in and stuff. So I'd give him a 5. He was at fault for that goal, but not good enough from him in that moment for sure. Right centre-back, Matthijs de Ligt. I thought he was excellent. I do. I thought he was really good today. Regardless of the result, he was probably... along with Bruno, but overall his performance was good. We had to do a lot of defending today. De Ligt was in the right spaces. His box defending was really good. He was physical. He was stepping in. And actually, in the first half an hour of the game, the first 20 minutes of the game, we were all right. We were stepping in. We were being aggressive. They were winning the ball back, and even to sustain attacks later on in the game, he just put it on the line. He was really good. Look, we didn't win the game and etc, but I'll actually give him a 7. I think he was really good. It was one of his best games for us, actually. I thought he was solid. I thought he knew where to be, and he was physical. Harry Maguire didn't do a lot wrong. There was one time when the ball went over his head, actually. It's the only mistake I can think of, and actually De Ligt was the one who came and helped bail him out to help Maguire get back and clear it for a corner. But largely he was okay. Some nice switches of play, which De Ligt also had. I forgot to add that in. Won his headers. He was trying to step in and make sure Muniz couldn't turn him and stuff. He was all right. 6. Probably didn't want to come off, but was knackered. Lenny Yoro, I thought was comfortable. I was a bit surprised to see him come off so early. I'm assuming, I haven't seen anything post-match, that it was for fitness issues, or if he picked up a knock. Is he injured? I don't know. Was he carrying something? I don't know. Because if it was tactical, I don't really understand why he would bring him off in that moment, especially for Lindelof as well. He's been out of the picture for a while. So I think Lenny Yoro was competent. He was comfortable. I'll give him a 6. He was absolutely fine. Dallo, kind of like a range, innit? A range. There was times where there was big switches of play from De Ligt or Maguire, good players, good passes, into that channel where you want the left wing back to start engaging, which would normally be Dorgu. And and you want him to be on the front foot and make chances, and, you know, the cross was overhit or wasn't quite good enough. Sometimes the cross would be cleared and then you get a corner from it. Or what happened for the goal? He gets an assist for Bruno. So it was an up and down game for him. I think we've seen the lack of quality from Dalot in that area, so that doesn't surprise me. Defensively, he was okay. I think he did all right, but yeah, I'd give Dalot a 6. He wasn't shocking, but he did get an assist, which, again, the bar is so low. If someone had a goal involvement when nobody else has, you have to give them an extra mark, because we're so shit. Midfield too, Ugarte, actually, again, before we conceded before half time, Ugarte was strong on the ball, won the ball back a couple of times, kept it quite well. I was quite impressed with him. He did all right. As the game went on, again, he came off quite early, and I was like, not really sure why we would do that. I don't know. I haven't seen what Amram said afterwards. I'll give him a 6 for his performance. I think he was okay. There wasn't much quality in the game attacking wise, but as a central midfielder, which is doing his job, I think he did it all right. Bruno Fernandes next to him. Listen, I know a lot of people think he's the problem and he's the worst thing about our team and he's an awful captain and they can't wait to see the back of him. But I will say again today, it's not no Bruno loving and all this. I'd just say watch the game. When you need something from nothing, from nowhere, who's going to do it? It's Bruno Fernandes again. So listen, if he doesn't score today, we don't even get a chance, a second chance at trying to win that game. So he's the reason we even managed to get to penalties. So Bruno Fernandes, I'd give a 7. I feel like he gets a lot of stick. You know, what do you want your captain to do? Basically, what do you want your captain to do? Basically, when there's nothing going on and you're struggling, you need your captain to basically. Sorry, someone was completely distracted me over there. You need your captain to show up. You need your captain to show up. So yeah, at the end of the day, you're like, nah, what are we doing? We're in trouble. Can you find us something? And he did. That's exactly what he did. So other than that, it's not that. You have to leave him alone, really, because he's the one who helped us. He's the one who helped us. You know what I mean? When there was nothing going on, he's the one who helped us. And it's as simple as that. But everyone wants him out. Not everyone, a lot of people, which I don't get. So I give Bruno Fernandes a 7. Into the 10s, Joshua Zirkzee, keep your head up. Keep your head up. Played well, brought the ball down where he could. You know, tried to bring people into play. You're not going to get the finishing from him. You're not going to get a high level of goals. He needs to operate off of a 9 who is a 9, who can give us something, which he did a little bit more when Chido came on. But Zirkzee, I'll give a 6. You know, he stepped up to take his penalty. That guy was the hero against Arsenal after a tough time against Newcastle. He shows a lot of fight. It was good to see the Fulham guys even pick him up and say, listen, head up, bro. So shout out Joshua Zirkzee. I give him a 6. Head up to him. Eriksen, he did all right. Used the ball quite well. He's neat and tidy on the ball. I'll give him a 5. He was all right. But again, just we don't get enough in that area. Rasmus Højlund, feels like I'm picking on him, but 3, shocking, really, really shocking. Had to get taken off. Probably shouldn't even have lasted that long. Really, really poor. Let's get to the subs. Chido comes on. Now listen, there's problems with link up, and of course he's going to be a bit nervous. First game at Old Trafford, but he got 3 opportunities to score. 3 opportunities to score. 3 more than Højlund did. Well, actually, Højlund had a shot that was behind him, but you know, and the third opportunity he had forces an amazing save from Leno. He nearly wins us the game. So it just shows why he has to play more. Unfortunately, we have to rush another youngster. That scares me. That worries me. I don't want to ruin him before he gets going. But it's so bad. It's like we have no other option. You may as well try it. It's not going to be worse. We put him on today. It wasn't worse. It was marginally better. So shout out to Chido. I'm going to give him a 6. I think, you know, to come on in that environment and give Calvin Bassey something else to think about, I really like that from him. Aiden Heaven came in. He looked quite composed, you know, cleared the ball where he needed to and was in the right place at the right time and did okay. Who else came on off the bench? Garnacho came on. Wasteful. Really, really wasteful. He came on and did some good bits where he gets corners because he goes at Castagna. That's what I want to see. But he just... The decision-making just wasn't good enough. 5. I'll give him a 5. The decision-making just wasn't good enough. So Aiden Heaven, I'll give a 6. Garnacho, I'll give a 5. Lindelof, 4. Came on, got bullied by Muniz straight away, lost the first duel. And then, you know, listen, he missed his penalty, but people can miss. I'm not just going to go in on that, but I just don't think he was the best when he came on. Ruben Amorim, 5. We were out the FA Cup, mate. So, yeah, there you go. That's my player ratings. I'm out of here. Take care. Peace.